Yep. Hey, sweetie. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning. Good morning. Last night when I saw that James Comey got indicted, is it wrong for me to say I laughed? But I did laugh. And I laughed because James Comey, one of the reasons how we got Trump was fucking James Comey. So I don't feel no sorrow for his punk ass. Not at all. Not at all. He's a Republican. And he's helped to toe the line. He's helped to lift this shit up. And now the beast has eaten him too. Yep. The beast has eaten him too. Good morning, Chichi. The beast has eaten him too. So I feel absolutely, positively no sorrow, not none, for James Comey. Not none for James Comey. Because at the end of it all, James Comey, like I said, he helped to support where we are right now. So I don't feel nothing. Hey, Path. Good morning. You say words are hard for Orange. They are. They are toxic. Hey, Victoria. Yeah, I'm talking about James Comey, how I don't feel sorry for his ass. Hey, Victoria, good morning. Happy Friday to you. Now, what Trump is doing is wrong. Now, two things can be right, right? What Trump is trying to do to James Comey is wrong, but fuck James Comey. Yep. He helped to hand Donald Trump that presidency in 2016 with that bullshit, making it seem like it was something there with Hillary that wasn't there. So fuck James Comey. Yep. So now his ass got to figure it out. I don't feel no, and quiet as kept. James Comey got enough money to fight the government. He's going to be fine. It's not like if the government came after one of us. See, when the government was coming after other people, James Comey didn't give a shit. Fuck James Comey. Yeah, what goes around comes around. I feel nothing. My heart bleeds peanut butter for James Comey, frankly. He lifted it up. He supported it. He supports a party that's about it. The part about this that I find so interesting, honestly, is Republicans, right? Republicans right now acting like. Remember when Trump used to say, it's Joe Biden using government to come after dissenters? Trump is doing the very thing he accused everybody else of doing. Republicans silent. That's why I keep telling y'all, while Trump is a problem, your biggest issue is Congress. Congress agrees with all of it. This government shutdown that's about to happen, Republicans want it to happen. They want it to. Trump told Republicans, do not, under no circumstances will we meet with Democrats. We don't need to. Because we're going to do whatever we want to anyway. And we can do more of it with government shut down. So they're going to take your tax money. They're going to take your tax dollars, but not let your government function. But you're going to let them keep stealing your money? That's the only thing I'm asking American citizens. Y'all going to keep letting them steal your money? Good morning. They'll try to blame them, Cynthia, but at the end of the day, Democrats cannot vote to keep the government open. Because if they do, that means they're voting to shut down hospitals. That means they're voting to shut down schools. That means they're voting to keep money out of your pocket. So Democrats, shut the shit down. Shut it down. Because if you vote for it, Republicans will hide behind Democrats later and say, we didn't shut down your schools. All of us did. Democrats did it too. And like the silly, silly little sheep that most Americans are, they'll go, yeah, it was Democrats. You won't remember who was in charge and got all the shit done. It's like y'all get selective amnesia. You only remember who fucked you over as long as it's a liberal. For some strange reason, y'all can never remember when conservatives fuck y'all over. The last time the electorate remembered that Republicans fucked them over was Bush 2. Was Bush 2. That was the last time. That's why you got Obama for 8 years. Also because Obama was a great president. But I'm telling you, Bush 2 was what led to Obama. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Bush 2 led to Obama. And then Bush 2 led to Obama. And then once Obama came along, racism, good old American racism, as American as apple pie, created Trump. See, your Republican Party was already racist. They were already racist. I remember all that racist bullshit they pulled during Reagan, when Reagan was running and shit. The welfare queen shit. I never forgot. I never forgot. So you got that Reagan bullshit, and then fast forward, now you got Trump. Trump said, I'm not going to pretend that I'm not racist. He did that the first time he ran in 2016. He pretended. Even though he was racist then, he was using racist dog whistles then. Make America great again. What you think that means? Hold on, I want to switch my picture. Hold on for a second. Well, let's not forget Trump's health. Don't want to change to a different image. They say if you think he isn't planning on leaving, look at the Oval Office. Oh, he ain't trying to leave. He got the White House looking so ghetto. Look at how ghetto the White House looking right now, y'all. With all that cheap gold shit. Just ghetto. That's my favorite Donald Trump picture. Donald Tiger King Trump, that's my favorite. Especially because we haven't seen Tiger King and Donald Trump in the same room ever. But I'm like, y'all better wake up, man. Y'all better wake up about what Trump and the Republican Party are up to. And they're not up to good things. Let me stop for a second to say good morning. Happy Friday morning. Listen, it is Friday. Y'all gonna go in here. Y'all gonna work these hours. And you gonna get your ass out of there. I pray for y'all that some prosperity, great luck, and great vibes come your way, not just today, but today and forevermore. Because let me tell you something. If you want a great life, you got to claim the life that you want. It doesn't happen any other way. Good morning, Chocolate Hulk. Look, I like that name. What they say. Hey. Good morning to you all. Hey, Q to you. Good morning. Now, I'm only asking y'all a couple of things. I only ask you to do me a couple of things when you're in here this morning. First thing, tap that like button. Tapping is clapping. I appreciate that. It helps to elevate the live, and I appreciate that. I got on here a little earlier this morning to help you as you're getting ready or if you're going in, whatever. I appreciate you listening, watching, however you're doing it, right? And number two, if you could tap that copy link button. You don't have to send it to anybody, but copy link counts as a share. And it helps to promote my TikTok. Thank you so much. You said, thank you. My mother-in-law was in an accident and is now in a coma and needs good vibes. I am sending good vibes, Carrie. I am sending good vibes and praying for her healing. You know, praying for her healing. Long as you don't mind taking prayers from a Buddhist. I am praying for her healing, honey. You know, grand rising to you, the one. Grand rising to you. But yeah, man. So like I said about James Comey, I don't give a shit about James Comey. I don't care. I don't care. I don't feel no sorrow for him. No nothing. No nothing. Not at all. Because at the end of the day, Don't you find it ironic that a guy with 30-something felony counts pushed to have Comey indicted? And the funniest part is Pam Bondi, who's putting it in place. Oh, I can't wait to see her ass get indicted later. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful day to watch Pam Bondi get indicted later. You understand? Because all the illegal shit she's doing to do Trump's bidding, right? All the shit she's doing to do Trump's bidding will come back to her tenfold. I ain't worried about it. Well, I don't need to be worried about it anyway because I ain't James Comey. But fuck James Comey. James Comey made it his business to come out a couple of weeks before that election. I never forgot that shit because it was so fucking unnecessary. What James Comey did before that election was frankly unnecessary. We didn't need that shit. All it did was create more doubt for people like, well, maybe there's something there when there was nothing there. Where there's nothing there. You know all those flies around my mouth, your best TikToker? The washcloth that you don't use for your dirty ass neck. Bye, beloved. They get so mad with me. Ooh. This is how come I always know how excellent I am. Because the magnets always come into my lives. You know he's somewhere right now after that block. He like, that damn black bitch said that shit about my neck and then she blocked me. I'm gonna get my ass back in there expeditiously. Except we both know. I think we all know he didn't say expeditiously. Right? We know that. We know that. Happy Friday, Judy. We know his ass didn't say expeditiously. We know his ass said real quick. Uh-huh. He don't even know how to say expeditiously. He like Trump with acetaminophen. Tylenol. That's how Tylenol got dragged into that shit the other day. Just so y'all know. Tylenol got dragged into that shit because your president can't say acetaminophen. Yeah. Your president can't say acetaminophen. So because he can't, Barack could. Barack could say it. Trump went to Wharton Business School, and he can't say acetaminophen. Hell, I went to public school, and I can say it. Explain yourself, sir. Of course he can't explain himself. He never can. He never can. Donald Trump just being Trump. But I don't, like I said, I feel nothing about what's happening to James Comey. Now, I'm going to tell you something else that's really funny, y'all. Now, y'all know how the farmers are suffering, right? And how the farmers are having a really, 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 really tough time. Well, oh, you say you neither. Sorry, I was just checking something because I see Jim Jordan is up to something again in the House. He's up to something again. Just so y'all know, your Congress, your Judiciary Committee, that subcommittee on oversight, they're going to hold a hearing on Monday where they're going to talk about victims of violent crime, and it's a field hearing, and they're going to examine violent crime in Charlotte, North Carolina. Isn't that interesting? Oh, Jim Jordan is creepy. Look up his past. You'll know a lot. My question is this: what the hell is going on in Charlotte that they care so much about? That's worse than any other place. Why are we not going to Louisiana? That's Mike Johnson's back fucking yard. What is Mike Johnson doing to make the citizens of Louisiana more safe? Nothing. Nothing. That's what they're doing. They're not making anybody more safe. But what they do want to do, I'm telling you, this is about government. I don't know if y'all paying attention and watching about how your government is running around trying to intimidate everybody, trying to scare you, trying to stop you from showing up to vote for elections. Because a Democrat just won another seat in a special election the other day. Uh-huh. Yeah. So they're going to try to do everything they possibly can to intimidate you, your elected officials, to stop you from having a voice when it comes to your government. Wake up. Wake up. Let me fix this camera. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Wake up. Oh, it's a whole lot of waste, fraud, and abuse. A lot. So when you want to know why your government isn't working for you, where the money at? The money's at the top. Demolishing the east wing of the White House to build that tacky ass ballroom he wants to build. He essentially wants to make the White House look like Mar-a-Lago. He's taking our money to do that. And young people, I'm going to call out everybody that voted for this shit. Good morning, Deborah. Young people who voted for this shit, old people who voted for this shit, women who voted for this shit, Latinos for Trump who voted for this shit, blacks for Trump who voted for this shit, all you people who voted for this. And you're all losing. None of you are winning. It's not set up for you to win. It's set up for rich people to win. That's what it's set up for. None of these people are religious. They lie to you and fake and fraud. And obviously, you're not religious either because you follow them. That's what it was I was saying about the farmers for Trump. Hold up. I got to stop for a second because this shit is funny. Y'all know how these farmers are going bankrupt. Thank you, Republican Jesus, for bankrupting the farmers who voted Republican. Thank you. I really love that. So the farmers, y'all know, are suffering. Y'all know Trump administration just gave they're supporting um, Argentina, right? Because they're going to offer a lifeline to Argentina because he's trying to lift up that guy in Argentina that he likes that's kind of like him, right? Hey, farmers, ain't it something how your government can support a whole other country, but not you? They're going to watch you go bankrupt. I just want to clap for all the American farmers that are about to lose their farm. Yeah, they're going to use our government tax dollars to lift up Argentina. And remember, Republicans told y'all they were voting for Trump so that we wouldn't have to keep helping everybody. Remember they said that? They're so full of shit. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Lori. Just like Israel. Yep. Y'all remember that, right? Conservatives say we voting for Trump because we're tired of fighting other people's wars and we're tired of giving money away. Well, why you gonna give that money to Argentina? Isn't that money you could use in your pocket for your farm since you're not selling shit? Since you growing shit, but you ain't selling nothing. Say it again, Bozo. Come on, MAGA farmers. Sing YMCA now. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's gonna stay at the YMCA. They were so fucking happy before the election. I am gonna laugh my ass off watching every single farming bankruptcy go down. I don't give a damn. Why should I care? These are the people that said this is what they wanted. Why the fuck should I care? Newsflash, I don't. Newsflash, I don't. I hope Vance does buy those farms. What did I tell y'all? I hope that the Chinese actually um actually do it, buy the farms, and force these family farm makers to learn to speak Mandarin or Cantonese. Shishimi. That's what I want. That's what I want. Okay? That's what I want. Because that's what we don't have any. They haven't. Farmers got to lose everything. A whole bunch of people in America are going to have to lose everything. You're right, God. They will still try to put the blame on black folks and immigrants, and they're never going to own their racism, and they're going to continue to vote for it. But as long as they're poor and poorer than me, I don't give a shit. Because voting for racism won't help you if you're poor. It's just going to keep you poor, right? So, hey, let them vote for their fucking poverty. I don't give a shit. That's why education is important. That's why reading books are important. You understand? These people don't want to read books. They don't want to learn shit. You understand? Yep, they voted for the guy selling their land. Fuck these people. Y'all, the problem is, can I tell y'all the problem? The problem is y'all are too busy trying to save people from themselves. No, that was some feedback from my if you heard some purring, like that was some feedback from my system. You say when planting seeds of hate finally catches up to them. Yep. Hey, good morning, chef. You see less people wearing MAGA hats. You see less. Okay, let me explain something to y'all. Y'all see less people wearing MAGA hats. However, for a lot of them, they would still vote Republican, right? The mindset hasn't changed. Fuck those people. Let them lose everything. Real shit. You don't for one second think that these people have gotten it and they figured it out and they're going to be better next time and they won't vote against their own interests. No, they're not there yet. Hey, Rob, because that's Don Tiger King Trump pomegranate. Can't you tell? Alabama, you're not going to hear anything about the national deficit. You won't hear anything about the national deficit when Republicans are in charge spending all your money. You know when you're going to hear about it again? When Democrats get in charge, then then Republicans will start talking austerity. We need to make more cuts. After they done spent all this money, gave more tax cuts to rich people that you have to pay for. You have to pay for them. See, understand when your government starts talking tax cuts, they could have raised taxes on rich people and large corporations and not raised our taxes one bit and still gave us a tax cut. They didn't want to do that. They didn't want to do that. Because you know why? They would rather give rich people more money. Yeah, I heard about the gathering of military officers. I've heard about that. I'm going to tell you something else that's going to surprise y'all too. I think a lot of y'all think y'all military won't take illegal orders and follow them. Y'all about to learn a lesson on that too. You're about to learn a lesson on that too. That your leaders, that your military folk, a lot of them will take illegal orders. A lot of them don't give a fuck about none of the oaths that they took. They gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. Because as long as they got something to hide behind, they don't give a shit. Y'all about to learn the hard way. It's not even about them being indoctrinated, affinity. Sorry about that. It's about them being fucking just ignorant, hateful. These people like the shit that y'all see happening is the shit that the people like. Nothing's happening that they don't want to happen, y'all. That's my point. Everything that you see happening is happening for a reason. You said your husband is infantry for nearly 20 years now. He's planning on resisting. He will. And listen, there are many that will resist, but I'm telling you, I think it'll be more that'll fall in line. Because people, what you will find, and if you're not noticing it with Trump, you can see it in life. Most people are followers, not leaders. Most people pop all that shit about how they'll push back. They won't do nothing. All them fake ass patriots in America that's been talking about rising up against tyranny, they ain't gonna do shit. They gonna fall in line, take a knee, be a sheep, and I'll tell you why. Because as long as they're not at the bottom, they don't give a fuck about who is. Yeah, KKK is military. Yep, and most will do whatever so they can survive. They don't care about how it impacts you, your family. They don't care about this country. They care about what they have: money, their houses, their cars. You understand? That's the shit people care about. Most people. They care more about their status of where they fall in this shit before they do anything. Look, this is why I'm going to remind you all to check out that new episode of the Straight No Chaser podcast that I released this week, where I talk in detail about if you've been considering moving out of America and immigrating into another country, but you're like, it costs too much, I can't afford to do this. All these other visa programs that are available to fast track you into citizenships into other countries. And some of these countries give you money to become a citizen in their country. They give you money. They give you money to open businesses if you're going to be a small business owner. Go listen to it and check it out. The link is in my profile. Real talk. Because I'm telling you, it's going to require a lot of us as Americans to start making decisions we thought we would never have to make. Yep, Canada's offering a lot of things to a lot of people, and you don't have to just be in the medical world. All types of stuff. So, listen. I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all going to see that your country, a lot of the people that you would have expected to stand up and push back aren't going to push back at all. They're not going to push back. They're going to be good little obedient boys and girls because they don't want to be made an example out of. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be made an example out of. I saw a story yesterday that said young people regret that they voted for a reckless dictator. You know what happened? Young people didn't take the fucking election seriously. Much like everything, y'all kikied and cawed and laughed. It was funny. Yeah, I like him because he's a bully. Still laughing with your broke ass. Now your broke young ass is trying to figure out how you're going to be able to finish college. Still laughing? I'm laughing now. Because not only did you vote for yourself to just have a life of struggle and unemployment, you ain't even got enough education to pivot in all the ways that you really need to survive. The people that are from older generations than you do, because they have better educations than you do. They have better educations than you do. And that's a fact. But you're going to learn in your quest to laugh about the shit, find this shit funny, not take Trump seriously. It's going to come back to bite you in your ass. Y'all thought y'all was going to get no taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime. Y'all didn't get none of that shit. Y'all got a tax credit on overtime. Or I think it was tips. One of them, but you didn't get both. Tore up the Department of Education, capped out your student loans. So if you want to become a doctor, but you don't come from a rich family, good luck on you finding some private money somewhere to do it. They want you in so much student loan debt that even if you're a doctor, you just working to pay student loan bills. That's it. That's it. America, you fucked up. You fucked up because the mess that Trump made. Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to burp like that. And I had the microphone. Ooh, that was crass. The mess that Trump made won't be fixed for decades. It won't be fixed in your lifetime. Won't be fixed in your children's lifetimes. The shit that the Trump administration is doing, oh, it sets us back for eons. Eons. You said we, the U.S. citizens, to be arrested next. He's already been arresting American citizens. You ain't know? He already been doing that. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to look like MAGA. I don't want to smell like MAGA. Nothing. Because have y'all seen those people that go to the Trump rallies that support Donald Trump? I don't want to look like that. I don't want to look like Laura Loomer. That Goyfield chick that look like a gargoyle. I don't want to look like that. Because there's something about Republican women where they get all them fillers and shit, and then they start looking like the Purge. It's very weird. Not they smell like Slim Jim. Listen. What he's doing to James Comey is crazy, Alabama, but I don't give a fuck. Fuck James Comey. He deserves it. I don't think it's right, but fuck James Comey. James Comey is how we got Trump. So fuck James Comey. Yep, because I didn't forget about James Comey's bullshit from the first time. Y'all might have forgot. I never forgot. So fuck James Comey. Yep, James Comey is how we got here. Is exactly how we got here. All these people trying to pretend that they treat everybody the same way. Bullshit. And in your quest to not want to treat Trump in the way that he acts, well, look at them now. Fuck them. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. At all. Eminem, I have to send you packing. That much blonde and that much washout. I think you got some issues going on. Someone needs to see. What's that commercial? Better Help. Where they say, brown skin, you know I love my brown skin. So when I saw that, I'm like, no, I don't rock with that. Only person can get away with that much is Beyonce. And when I looked at your avatar, I know you weren't. I just know you were not Creole. That was a bad wig and bad lighting. Yeah, they showed their hate right after Trump won. But understand, voting for Trump was about, see, for a lot of people, they voted for Trump. Y'all heard them after the election. Yeah, now it's going to be a return back. We're taking our country back. You know why a lot of white people specifically said that? Because so many white people, not all of them, exceptional white people were doing just fine. I'm going to say it again and keep on saying it. Exceptional white people were doing just fine. That wasn't the issue. That wasn't the issue. The issue was mediocre white people with shitty educations getting more and more poor, but they have access to the internet. That's where the problem sets in. See, the internet gives everybody the same space to say whatever they want to say. And that helps to just maximize the issues. That maximize the issue. And to somebody's point that brought it up earlier, young men voted for Donald Trump in droves. America has a problem, a male problem in society. There's a problem with men. Not all men in society. But there's a crisis happening with men in America, and the people responsible for it are other men. And the only people who can fix it are men. That's the only people. Men. But those are the very people who don't want to put in the work to fix it. You know what I'm saying? They want to put they don't want to put in the work to fix it because they're used to women coming behind them and cleaning up their mess and fixing it. But women can't do anything about this because women can't teach boys how to be men. There are a lot of insecure, sensitive ass, girly ass fucking men running around America, and now they're looking for government to make them feel like men. And let me tell you a newsflash: government has no place to make you feel like a man. Hey, Kim, remember I told you I'd be on early this morning, beautiful. Good morning to you. That's what's happening. You got too many men that are looking to government to make them feel like men again. Think about it. Listen, y'all got to listen to what some of these people say. Y'all got to listen to what some of these people say. Hey, King D. Now, only the weak men are saying this in America. The strong men of America are not saying this. But the weak men of America feel like women got too much traction. See, only a weak man is intimidated by a woman that makes a lot of money. Only weak men are. Strong men are not. Strong men go, shit, that's my woman right there. She a boss. My lady make cash. I don't know who the fuck you married to, but the woman I'm married to make money. Real men think like that. Insecure men go, nah, I'm not dating any woman or marrying no woman that make more than me. See? Because his manhood is defined by his money and the shit that he has. So imagine how you don't feel like a man when your ass is broke. You got you got basic shit. What they call basic. Because to me, a clean house is a roof over your head. It ain't gotta be fancy. But you know, people done bought into this mindset of what they gotta have. Otherwise, they fail. See, a big reason why, I'm going to say it and keep on saying it, these soft ass men in America are dragging down the country because your daddies wasn't there to be a part of raising you. I said what I said. That's why I said men have failed young boys and young men. Men have done this. You making babies, but you not raising those babies. Good morning, Russ. What do I tell y'all before? Even roaches can have babies. Even roaches. But yet y'all don't show up to be an active participant in the life of your children. And then y'all want to talk shit. And then say, it's these women running off these men. See, a real man can't be run off from his child. You can't run off a real man. Hey, Zarvis, good morning. You cannot do it. He'd be like, bitch, I have you in court every motherfucking month if that's what it takes. Bitch, I will weigh you down. Bitch, I will sue you for permanent custody. But what you not going to do is keep me from my child. But you know what everybody knows, women know, children know? A man who don't want to be a father, who don't want to be responsible, it don't take much to keep him from being around the kid. It don't take much. Because he's looking for any reason not to be there anyway. Hey, Daddy Ford. You understand? He's looking for any reason not to be there anyway. Look, your brother, Lil Mika, mine's too. Chill. Chill. Just trifling shit. So I don't even talk to him. Because I'm like, I don't talk to people who don't take care of their fucking kids. Fuck out of here. I don't give a shit you my family. Take care of your fucking responsibilities. Children do not ask to come here. It's weird for me to watch these grown-ass men be jealous of their own children. Be married to a woman and mad that the woman puts the children first. Shouldn't she? They're your fucking seeds. You don't want her putting your kids first. What? See, a lot of these men got daddy issues. They got mama issues. They got a whole bunch of fucking issues. Go get some damn therapy before you out here creating families, creating life. Now, if you're new to my live, understand. Oh, I check women too. That ain't this conversation right now, though. Because I checked women too. I do that consistently. I check everybody consistently. The only ones I ain't checking is the kids, because kids don't ask to come here. Kids don't ask to come here. Kids are the only party in all of it that don't have no choices. They just get born into the bullshit. Just born into it. And it's not right. See, Russ is saying he had custody of his kids. See, again, because real men, you can't keep real men away from their kids. It's no way. It's no way. So when I hear men say that, I go, oh, that's a weak ass dude. That's a dude not in for the fight. You want everything to be easy for you. And when it's not easy, you throw your hands up because you probably a mama's boy. Your mama was probably always there to pick up your slack and shit. It was some woman in your life always there picking up your slack. It wasn't a man, because see, real men ain't going to pick up your slack. Real men are going to tell you outright, hey man, you got to put in some work. Get the fuck to work. See, King D telling you he has joint custody of his daughter. Because he chooses to be actively engaged. You see? I'm telling you, that's the conversation that's not happening. One of the biggest problems in America is men. That's another reason why people want to push the immigrant population out. Because American men can't compete with immigrant men. American men are extremely fucking sensitive. They cry a lot, complain a lot, bitch a lot. Immigrant men ain't built like that. Immigrant men are built different. And the more you interact with immigrant men, it shines a light on the deficits of American men. And it's not all American men. This is why American men who don't act like that don't have no problem with women. If anything, those American men who act like men, they beating the women off with a bat. If anything, those men have to consistently say, I'm married. I have a partner. I'm not looking. Those men ain't got no problem with women at all. The ones who have problems with women, we know who they are. Those the whiny ass dudes, the crying ass dudes, the sensitive ass dudes. She won't let me see my kids. What do you mean, let you, sir? You got money. Go get a fucking lawyer. Take her ass to court. It's not about what she lets you do. If you want to be an engaged parent, all you got to do is go to family court and be consistent. But it requires you to do something without a woman standing in front of you directing you to do it. Because I'm going to tell you, the only time a weak-ass dude takes his baby mama to court is when he get a new girlfriend that's all up in his ear, making him do the shit. Think about it. For weak guys, otherwise he ain't going to do shit. Otherwise he ain't going to do shit. He going to sit right there and go on with his life and blame everybody else for the fact that he has no relationship with his children. None. But let him get a new bitch. And she concerned about the money that he paying on child support ain't going to her. Then she'll be all in his ear. Yep, or his mama. That's it. Otherwise, he ain't going to do a damn thing. He going to sit on his ass, whine, moan, bitch, and complain, and find brotherhood on the internet. Young men, I'm going to tell you something if nobody else has told you. If you're around other men that encourage you to be anything but a real fucking man, you need to exit stage left. You're in the company of clowns. Real talk. You're in the company of clowns. Because, see, real men don't hang around weak men either. I'm going to say it and keep on saying it. Real men do not hang around weak men. And you're right, Zarvis, they're incels, but real men don't hang around weak men. Why would they? They don't want nobody thinking I don't want you thinking I'm like this punk ass dude right here. Hell no. I'm not like him. They're not gonna do it. Real men will be like, I don't know what the fuck he on. He on some other shit. I don't even waste my time on that shit. That's stupid shit. Real men will just say what it is. Real men don't walk into a room and go, I'm an alpha man. Real men don't do that. Weak men do that shit. Only a weak man will walk in a room and say, I'm an alpha man. Alpha men don't say that. They don't have to. They don't have to say shit. You heard a lot of women call weak men gay. And that's the wrong thing to say. That's the wrong thing to say. Because weak does not imply gay. I know a lot of strong gay men. Hell, I know a lot of gay men that look at some straight men and be like, that motherfucker weak as shit. A lot of people get confused about homosexuality when it comes to men. Liking other men don't mean you ain't a fucking man. Those are two different things. They're vastly two different things. Vastly two different things. I know gay men that have played football, got rings to prove it, still got a whole husband. But you can walk up to that gay man if you want to, talk popping that shit, and he gonna shift your entire spine. Okay? He gonna show you what a real man look like. Okay? It's not measured by who he loves. That's not manhood. There are a lot of men, because see, the way I was raised, if you were a man and you had a family, your manhood was measured by how well you took care of your family. For some strange reason in America, that has changed. Manhood is not measured by how you take care of your family no more. It's very weird. Manhood now is measured by how you take care of yourself as a man. Huh? How many side bitches you got? What? That's not manhood. That's not manhood. Because quiet is kept. Even the men back in the day who had multiple bitches, guess what? They financially took care of all of them. None of them were NBA basketball players. None of them were fancy, famous musicians. It was Mr. Earl that worked at the local plant. He had a wife and children and had a whole other family all the way across side of town paying to take care of both of them. Both of them. You make more money than Mr. Earl and you can't even take care of yourself, still in your mama basement. Make it make sense. And that's desirable for a woman how? And I know for a lot of men, they go, it's not right for women to think about wanting money from a man. Listen, I'm going to explain something to you as a woman. I've been married for 30-something years. Look, I was about to hit you with the DC joint, married. Let me tell you something, okay? Let me be clear on something about women. We like the company of men. We do. However, contrary to popular belief, y'all are high maintenance. I'm going to say it again. People love to say women are high maintenance. That means those are people who've never met men. Men are high maintenance creatures. Y'all are high fucking maintenance, okay? And a woman in your life that does her job really well, you don't notice it until she's not doing it. You like, oh, you not cooking today. Oh, you not washing clothes today. Oh, you not planning for us to go to such and such event today. Oh, you didn't do blah, blah, blah today. It's a whole lot of places that we move very invisible like in your life consistently. Because we used to it. The reason why the tide has changed so much in America is because women had to work towards something. There was a time where women couldn't have bank accounts on their own, couldn't have jobs, women had to work towards something. So they worked really hard to progress towards the things that they wanted. Men, on the other hand, got too comfortable. Y'all got too comfortable. Women got educations, they got job training, they got all these things. Fast forward 50, 60 years later, you got this huge disparity between men and women. What you're not going to have is a woman making $150,000 a year. Marry a man making $40,000. The issue is not that he makes $40,000. The issue is that he think he going to make 40K and talk to her like, bitch, you better submit. Sir, hold up. So I'm going to work, pay the majority of the bills, and you want me to submit to you like you do it. What is this cosplay that we're supposed to be? What is this? That's not how this works. Now we can create a partnership. You understand? We can create a partnership. Right? But you're not going to talk to me like I'm no child, and I ain't going to talk to you like you no child. But we can create a partnership. If I got the money, then you need to have the muscle. You understand? It's the yin and the yang thing. That's where American, especially these young guys, I see how the young guys talk to these young girls. And I go, oh, you going to stay fucking single like that. You going to stay single like that. You going to stay single. And then the longer they stay single, the more and more bitter they become. It's great to respect women. But I go back to when women have to respect themselves first, is what I always say to folks. I say this to women consistently. If you lead with your ass, you will get fucked. Respect yourself. You teach people how to treat you. Now, gentlemen, I'm going to say something that you may not like this morning, but I'm going to say it anyway, because it's true. Men are the biggest 304s on earth. I'm going to say it again. Men are the biggest 304s on earth. Thus why they spend so much time policing women's bodies. They know they easy. You rub a man on his knee, them legs part open like the Red Sea. Let's just keep it all way a buck. Let's be honest here. Let's just be honest, right? Let's be honest. This is why men are always projecting their bullshit onto women, right? Man, I know you out here fucking around. I know you out here fucking around. The only people who say that are men. Because if you're a woman and if you got to see what we were propositioned with all day, you know, no, we not. It's very rare that women get even approached by something that's even worth looking at, let alone touching. Are you kidding me? Men don't take care of themselves. They hit that brick wall all the fucking way. After high school, they ain't never met a snack that they won't put in their mouth. They will be 50 years old, built like a dented up refrigerator, and still talk about any woman I date gotta be small in the waist and cute in the face. Sir, how thin you want her to be? You weigh 350 yourself. If your queen gotta be 99 pounds, she's not gonna make it, sir. Like what are we doing? That's not how that works. There's a lot of that ignorance that has permeated society so much. You got both sides. You got the men who bad built, who want a certain type of woman, and then you got these women who, I don't want to work. I'm just going to stay home and you take care of everything. It's like, okay, understand though, there's a big responsibility if you want to stay home all day and do, and because one, Being a housewife is a lot of fucking work if you do it right. If you're home all day, you need to raise them fucking kids and not leave them sitting in front of the damn TV all day. Actually teach them something. Clean house, cook meals. You understand? It's work. I'd rather go to work. No disrespect. I'd rather go to work. I'd rather go to work. I would rather go to work because there ain't no days off on that shit. Ain't no days off on that shit. None. None. Sign me up to work if that's my only option. Sign me up to work. Hey, Shauna, good morning, beautiful. Yeah, being a stay-at-home mother or stay-at-home parent, whether you're the dad or the mama, that shit is stressful. Especially if you got a lot of children and they stair-stepper kids. Dumbest shit ever. Don't have no fucking stair-stepper kids. See, people tell you that shit, but raising stair-stepper kids is stressful. That's a lot on two people. You talking just two people. Imagine having 5 kids and 2 people. That's a lot of fucking work. America, you got to let go of some of this old mindset that they want you to do. They want you to just think about it. Right out of high school, first thing they want you to do is have a baby. That's the last thing you should be doing is having babies in your 20s, in my humble opinion. You shouldn't even be thinking about babies until you get in your 30s or older. In your 20s, you're too damn young to be having babies. Your body can handle it. Your mind can't. Your mind can't. You're still growing up yourself. You're still growing up yourself. Why should you obligate yourself to such a thing? Society wants you to. You know why? Because society wants you to make more worker bees. Your job is to make more workers to feed into the machine. And you're right, traveling education is what people should be doing. But you shouldn't be having babies. Good morning to you, Ida. Quiet as kept, your government would love if you had babies as a teenager. They talk so much shit about not liking teen pregnancy. All that shit's a lie. All of it's a lie. All of it's a lie. They love teen pregnancy. They love teen pregnancy. Because as a teen parent, they figure they can have more control over you and your baby. See? That's what the thought process is. Kim, it set you back, but it taught you so much that you in turn taught your children. My mother was a teen mother. My mother had me at 16. And so she was determined to make sure that I understood having babies young don't make sense. And keep in mind, she had me at 16, had to get married at 18 because her parents and my dad's parents forced them to get married because they came from a time you didn't make babies and didn't make homes. So now you're forced into a marriage with somebody that you never intended to marry, but you made a baby with them. So now your family forcing you to get married. Oh, you escaped that, Kim. Yeah. My mother did eventually. She was there for a couple years, and then my mama said, fuck this. I'm out. And she struggled for a while with her and me and my brother. But then she caught her stride. It's going to be tough. But you got to wade through all that tough shit to get to the good stuff. You said you were single till 27 when I married my best friend. Oh, that's beautiful. And sometimes the road of life happens that way. Sometimes it don't work out the way that we would want it to. Sometimes it doesn't. But many times we get lucky and it does. Now I want to go into parlay into a couple of things because it's 9/11. And so I know what time. Oh, hey, Lori, good morning to you, beautiful. Wanted to remind y'all, After this live this morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm doing an uncensored live this morning on Patreon. You can come right over to Patreon. It's free. It's Friday. Fridays are my free Friday. And we can talk about anything we want to over on the Patreon. So I encourage you to come on over this morning. If you aren't already signed up on my Patreon, I have a free tier there. Today's live is accessible to everybody. We had a great discussion last night in the paid Patreon. We had a really good time. We talked about so many different things. And just so that y'all know, Patreon folks, I figured out how to stream directly from Zoom right into Patreon. So it makes it even easier for us to not have to jump from one app to another app to another app. Patreon is an app. It's an app and a website. It's both. But the thing about Patreon is you get to talk about things you can't talk about on a lot of other platforms. We had a great discussion. I just got to finish editing that video to get it up inside of the Patreon. We had a good time. Because on a lot of these, y'all got to remember, with social media, it's run by rich people. And rich people still, they want to frame the narrative for us. And they want to dictate what we can talk about and what we can't talk about. That's why it's important for you to do it on the website 100% Bish. That's the best way to do it. Thank you so much for downloading it and checking me out over there. I like it better because I don't have to worry about getting that white screen of death because I said too many of one word. You know, we got to say pew pew and unalive. Like we grown ass fucking adults, but we can't speak like adults. And I don't like that. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like not being able to talk like a whole fucking adult. That bothers me. That bothers me. Now, I want to ask y'all, did y'all see the news story about, you know how Trump and them are cracking down on H-1B visas in America? Now they've increased the price. I think it's to like $100,000 or something like that, or $10,000. I can't get the price. So Germany has now hit the gas on H-1B visas. They're telling skilled Indians, come on over to Germany. And I'm looking at Americans and I'm going, I hope y'all don't think because your government is blocking some of the H-1B visa stuff. Listen, some industries are going to keep paying the money for those high-skilled workers. Okay? You know why? Because they don't have enough American high-skilled workers to do those jobs. Because the education and training systems in America are trash. Because if you ain't got money to get the certifications, if you don't have money to access those things, you can't get those jobs. America, I need you to understand it's designed. If you're working class, you're going to stay in those low wage jobs because where are the programs to lift you out of that? They don't exist. Yep. And Marvel Studios is leaving Georgia for Germany. Yep. Elections have consequences, y'all. And I've been telling y'all for a long time, the Republicans kill jobs. They kill jobs. They're job killers. They kill economies. They tear up communities. I've been telling you for eons. But folks didn't want to listen. They didn't want to believe it. No, not conservatives. They love America. Yep, conservatives always raise the deficit. They always spend way more money. Trump spent a shitload of money the first time. Then when Joe Biden comes into office, what do Republicans say? Austerity. Y'all got to listen. What about our kids? We got to make sure we don't run up the debt. They only care about the debt when it's money for you. When they're giving money to rich people, they don't care about the debt. When they're giving money to defense contractors, they don't care about the debt. They only care about the deficit when it's designed to help you and your family. Say it again, Days. Democrats always come in and clean up the mess that Republicans make. When is America going to wake up to that shit? When are y'all going to wake up? And Republicans are now the dog that caught the car. They can either tell you that they lied to you about all the things they told you, or they can do all the shit they told you and say to you that it's going to make you better. One of the reasons why they cut social services is they want to force you to get married. They want to force you into relationships you don't want to be in. They want to force you to have children you don't want. They don't give a fuck about how you treat those kids. See, they just want you to have them. Because one day those children will either go into the workforce or the prison system. Either way, rich people make money. See, they're going to make money from the prisons or the businesses. That's what this is about. Or the military. Yeah, Tracy, I find it so weird that happens. I try to tell people when you're getting ready to vote, visualize a big old table with the most opulent feast you could ever imagine. You know, everything you could ever imagine is on this table, right? It's the best of everything. Entrees, desserts, appetizers, everything. And you see this table and you see all the chairs and you see how good the meal looks. But guess what? You're invited, but you have to sit on the floor under the table. And the only thing you are able to eat is what is dropped on the floor. I look at people every day and go, you don't mind eating off the fucking floor. And say it again, Lori, and you got to fight for the shit that's on the floor. So why would I want that? That don't sound like to me a good ass night. That don't sound like to me an example of a good time. That's not what that is. But for some strange reason, the American public has tricked themselves into thinking it's okay as long as I'm eating. It don't matter if it's off the floor. It don't matter if I had to fight people for it. Yes, it does. Because while you're fighting to get just one little piece of crumb, you won't have the energy. See, you're not getting enough sustenance to fight the people that are starving you. Thank you, Melanin. That's why I'm trying to get people to visualize it in their minds. Because obviously, if people don't see it, it's not real. That's the sad part. If they don't see it, it's not real. I'm telling you, that's why the Charlie Kirk thing kind of grew as big as it did, because there was footage. Hey, Teresa, good morning. There was footage. If there was no footage showing what happened to Charlie Kirk, it wouldn't be as big of an issue. Think about it. If the authorities actually released footage of school pew pew events when they happen, America would do something about the schools and protecting children in schools, because you got to look at the footage of children being unalived at school, children hiding for their lives at school. But because you don't have to see it, it's not really real. It's like it's not really happening. You understand? It's not really happening. They have to see it to care. 9/11 only stuck with people for as long as it did because you could see it. If that attack happened and you didn't see it, and you didn't see the suffering of people, you didn't see people lose their lives, no one would care. And you don't believe me? Fast forward to now. It's almost like 9/11 never happened. Right? Right. Nobody cares anymore. It's like all those people died in vain. Nobody cares. But right after it happened, America cared. For a long time afterwards, they cared. Not no more. Now America's in bed with the Saudis again. And the Saudis helped pay for a lot of that attack. They orchestrated a lot of it. Not only did America not hold the Saudis accountable, it invaded a whole other country that had nothing to do with it. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And Americans sit here right now and go, that's okay. No problem. Nothing to see here. That's fine. That's okay. Huh? I just find that, excuse me, I just find that so interesting. You said Trump invited the Saudis to his Mar-a-Lago to review our. Of course he did. And the Chinese too. See, Trump will tell you he hates the Chinese. Ivanka don't hate them because when Trump was president the first time, a whole bunch of her patents got approved over in China. They lie. Donald Trump loves the Chinese as long as he can get money out of them. But the Chinese done caught on to Trump's bullshit. They caught on to Trump's bullshit. That's all. And they said, we'll fight fire with fire. Yep, Ivanka was working on the voting booth too. See, Ivanka's the one, she's the pretty one that you won't think does anything. That's who she is. She's the pretty one that you think doesn't do anything. Because she don't look like Beavis and Butthead, her brothers, right? I'm telling you, she's just as nefarious as her daddy. If not more so, because she's pretty. And because she's pretty, you'll just think that she's not doing nothing. No, no, don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. She cannot be trusted under no circumstances. Yep, and she married to Jared. And y'all got to remember, Jared was around the first time because Jared needed that money from the Saudis so he could keep that building and keep all his other stuff. Oh, he was going to go broke. Oh, she pitched a fit because a Nordstrom employee kept bringing her shoes. Of course she did. Oh, Barron's going to be the one that's going to come later, and he's going to terrorize America because he will have learned from all the mistakes of his father. He'll have the discipline that his father didn't have. I'm telling you, America, if y'all don't do something about religion in your country, religion is going to be the thing that takes America down. I always kept telling people, I kept saying, folks were so concerned about ISIS. ISIS was never the thing that you needed to be afraid of. You needed to be afraid of crisis. That is your Christian right. That's your Christian right. That's who you needed to be afraid of. Because those are the people that are going to work to keep you oppressed, all in the name of religion. They'll take your life in the name of religion. They'll take your life. Now, I don't know why when y'all said Handmaid's Tale, I just thought about something, and y'all gonna laugh. Y'all gonna say, the fuck? Why would you think about that? When y'all said Handmaid's Tale, it made me think about Caitlyn fucking Jenner. I know, those two things are not nearly related, right? But you know what I thought? Where the fuck is Caitlyn Jenner? That bitch been real quiet. Remember, she's a Trumper. Trump, 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 which didn't make any sense to me. Matter of fact, let me write this down because I already know I can't talk about Caitlyn too much because they accuse me of bullying. I'm gonna make a note because I'm talking about this at 10 o'clock. But I want to know, where the fuck is she? She was so about Trump this, Trump that, Trump this, Trump that, Trump this, Trump that. Fast forward to now, bitch is quiet. Where is she? Yeah, she does have to snap. You know, user, I can't even say it here. I can't say it because one time when I did, I got flagged. I couldn't say nothing. I say it in the 10 o'clock because I got an opinion on Miss Girl. Okay? Listen, dude, listen. We see eye to eye. Oh, I bet you she is visiting, but my thing is she can visit all she want to. She's never going to be fully accepted. How does okay, we'll talk about it at 10 because I don't even understand how Caitlyn rationalizes the support when the administration blames everything on trans people. It doesn't make sense to me. It's completely hypocritical. But I'm gonna tell you why Caitlyn still does it. I have to tell you at 10 because I got flagged the last time I said it, and it's true. I don't give a shit about getting flagged about it, but it's true. It's true. That's the thing. It's true. So, that's why I'm just going. And we're going to talk a little bit about Epstein this morning because I had some updates on that too. I have some updates on that. So don't forget to check out the Straight No Chaser podcast. Link is in my bio. New episodes I have new episodes every week. But this past week was to help you figure out that if you did want to leave America, there are other options for you. Okay? So check that out. At 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be live over on Patreon. Today is Freebie Friday, so anybody can come on over. That's going to be at 10 o'clock, okay? So I'm going to wrap up like a half hour early so I can do some pre-set up things in preparation for that. But you can come to Patreon, and all you got to do is sign up for a free account and come on in and listen to and be a part of the live this morning. And we get to talk about anything we want. There is no censorship there, okay? So I appreciate you all being here this morning. Look, I want to clap 67,000 likes. I appreciate that. We got over 100 shares. Don't forget, we have two movies that we voted for this month: The Woman in the Window and American Skin. Those polls are going to close today about dates and times the dates that we're going to talk about those movies. But we picked two this month. I'm watching one. I think I'm going to watch Woman in the Window tonight and watch American Skin tomorrow. So check it out if you don't. What's the website or app that I'm going to be on Patreon at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link is in my profile. It'll take you to my website that just has nothing but links to all the platforms I'm on. The first link is Patreon. So come on over. It will be free. I do free every Friday, Freebie Fridays. So come on over. I'll be there at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate all of you being here this morning, and I want you to have a beautiful and wonderful. So even if I don't see you in Patreon, just know you need to have a beautiful and wonderful day today, with intention, not by accident. You got to do that shit intentionally. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Look, I hope your husband share his love. So thank you all. I will see you at 10. Before I sign out this morning, I want to give a shout out to my top 5 gifters because I do this every live. Number 1, handsome Russ Nelson. Thank you so much, handsome. Number 2, beautiful Teresa B. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 3, beautiful Kiki Doodles. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 4, I don't know your gender, Alabama Lovejoy, but thank you so much, beautiful. I appreciate your support. Number 5, beautiful Tony Allhartford. Thank you so much, beautiful. And a special shout out to number 6, beautiful Lori. I thank you to all the moderators that helped me out this morning. Oh, thank you for the 70K, you guys. I greatly appreciate. Oh, female. Okay, so I was right to say beautiful. Thank you so much, beautiful. So I will see you all at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Patreon. The link is in my profile for Freebie Fridays. I can't wait to see you there. I love you, and I'm going to tell you like I always tell you, don't let nobody live rent-free in your head. Don't feed no trolls. And you have, oh, thank you for the new sub, Lola. I appreciate it. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. No, Teresa, that's Don Tiger King Trump, beautiful. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Bye to you too, sweetheart. You guys have a beautiful day. I'll see you at 10 a.m. Peace and hair grease. Have a great day, everybody.